talk about zoos. But first up, I just went to Starbucks and I got myself a iced vanilla chai tea. Why does it always sound like so much work when I say my orders at Starbucks? I don't know. Unfortunately, they are out of normal lids and long straws, and their ladies' restroom is out of order. And I waited forever for this when it was actually hanging out, and I didn't know it. I didn't hear them call my name, but whatever, you know, it's still good. And there's a lot of ice in it, and you just have to, you know, fluff and fluff and fluff and stir, stir, stir. So let me get a drink. Oh yes, always a winner. And then there's this older gentleman that was waiting for his drinks, and they unfortunately accidentally messed up on one of his orders. So she asked him if he still wanted it because he wanted like a hot drink, and he was like, nah. So then she asked me, do you want it? It's a caramel macchiato, like triple shot or something. And he's like, there's a lot of coffee in it. So I'm like, I was kind of leery because, for one, a lot of espresso and coffee from here isn't that hot, like that good, and there's dairy in it, and I always order my drinks dairy free because I'm lactose intolerant, even though I always try to get away with it. But it's not too bad actually. I've already had coffee at the house this morning, but you know, some extra couldn't hurt. Anyway, back to zoos. So okay, my husband Donovan took me to the okay, this is hilarious because like I made a post on my Facebook, and I said how I literally called a city a state. New Orleans, that's the one thing I will say, kind of southern like New Orleans, but I said the state of New Orleans. And my brother-in-law, he just was like, you know, lovingly correcting me, like it's actually, you know, city. I'm like, oh my gosh, duh. You know, New Orleans is in Louisiana. I don't know, I guess because I'd never been to Louisiana before. So anyway, so this took place last Saturday, so just a few days ago. I'm so glad Donovan drove because I get anxiety really bad and panic attacks, like, and even when someone else is driving. Now Donovan is a really good driver, but I still can feel the effects because I'm an empath, and empaths can actually feel all this kind of stuff even though it's not happening to us. But that comes along with that, like that personality, I guess, you know. So anyway, there was a few moments where, you know, other cars were doing this crazy stuff, and I'm just like, oh. And yeah, okay, so I had culture shock in New Orleans. We ended up by the aquarium, and we kind of thought that like the zoo and the aquarium were like really close to each other, and we took some wrong turns and stuff. Like the GPSs were messing us up. It's all cool. I'm glad it did because, oh, you guys, I was like, there was a moment where I'm like, Donovan, I want to scream. I'd never seen this before in my entire life. I had never seen how it's like every culture was tied into one, and every kind of a building, I don't know what you want to call it, like everything was tied into one place. There was so much going on. Like there were people everywhere. I've never seen so many people on the streets. And then there was like people trying to cross the streets at these intersections at these lights when you're not supposed to, you know, which gave me some serious anxiety. And all the lights, some lights weren't working in this whatever part that's by the aquarium. And there was just like a lot of buildings that looked like it was from back in the, like, I don't know what time era. Donovan said they're like French style buildings. So they're really like elegant and old fashioned and really pretty and beautiful, right? And then you have like these really modern looks right beside it. And then there's like all this graffiti everywhere and interesting looking people and like all these back alleys, and everything is so claustrophobic and close together. But I love all the palm trees. Like I don't have to go to California now or Florida just to see them, like they're in Louisiana. So that was cool. I love that. let's see, the buildings, yeah, it was just so much to take in, like, oh, yeah, wow. Let's see, yeah, trying to move on. And then, so then as we were able to get back on track and, like, the Google Maps was doing its thing like it was supposed to, the roads are so bad in Louisiana, like, I cannot, like, seriously, what do people in Louisiana do with their money? It's definitely not invested into the roads. Like, my poor car, I'm just like, Elena Rose, you're gonna be okay. But they were so bad. And the people that drive in Louisiana are rude. Like, yeah, you just pretty much have to, like, look out for yourself and just realize that everyone else is gonna be a jerk and an idiot. Anyway, so we went to the zoo. Okay, let's now talk about the zoo. The zoo was amazing. It was beautiful. It was really cool. They have a lot of larger animals, like at other zoos that they don't have, because I'm used to going to, like, a more local, smaller zoo where I live. And there was a lot to cover. Like, we actually got there at 10. Okay, well, we got there early because apparently to go to the zoo you have to purchase your tickets in advance, or at least they recommend that. So we got there at 10 o'clock in the morning, well, about 9:30, and we did our whole run around the zoo in like 4 hours because we left around 2. It was really hot, really humid. Felt like I was just, in the sauna, so it kind of felt like the life was out of me a lot. But it was fun. Dang, yeah. Like, I think my favorite of all of the animals, as it seems to be the case for every zoo, are the macaw parrots. Like, oh, they're just beautiful. Did you know that a macaw parrot can live to be as old as 80 years old? Like, wow. Wowzers. Holy cow. Yeah, I would still love to own one, but I don't know who's gonna, like, inherit it when I die, because it will outlive me. I'm 30. Yeah. Yeah, so, anyway, I think it would be, like, really amazing to go to, like, the zoos in every state, in all 50 states of the U.S. That'd be so fabulous. But yeah, so anyway, it was a good experience. For lunch, actually, so we were gonna go to this one cafe. It turned out they had 2 cafes at the Louisiana Zoo. It's actually called the Audubon Zoo, if I'm saying it correctly. Anyway, we're looking at the menu because there's, like, a long line. Obviously everyone's hungry, and I'm just like, Donovan, this sounds like not very appetizing. Like, weird alligator this and, like, some weird sea fish. I was like, and it was really expensive. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't. And then we were because we had just finished, like, touring the zoo, and this other restaurant, we were like, I was so excited because it's like, yay, there's, like, all the normal foods, American food, right? But the line was super long and we had to wait out. We would have had to have waited outside. So I was like, let's just go somewhere else. So we ended up eating at Taco Bell and KFC, which were actually, like, joined together, which was different. Like, 2 menus at the same time, That was different, but cool. Taco Bell is ruined for me, you guys. I don't know. There's something about, like, their tacos and their burritos. I had a bad burrito the last time. The beans were really dried out. And the tacos have, like, some really bad lettuce in there. I'm just like, I freaking love Taco Bell, so I'm like, gonna have to take a break and maybe just make it at home, It's all good. But anyway, so I highly recommend you guys go to as many zoos as you can in your life, whether it's your local zoo or trying, a much more exotic zoo in another state or something, because animals are just incredible. The animal kingdom is so, like, just mind-blowing and gorgeous and fun and cool, and there's just a lot to learn as you study God's creation, honestly, So yeah, anyway, that was an experience in my life that I'll never forget. I will probably never go back. I really don't have a desire to, because it's like it's a 2-hour drive or something, just like, But anyway, and I'm super happy with our local zoo. I'm like, it's perfect. And you're never too old to ride the train. So anyway, okay, enough rambling about zoos. I'm gonna keep on enjoying my drinks, and I'm gonna go do a little bit of shopping because I have some coupons for Kohl's, and if I use my credit card, which I will pay it off right away. So now I'm gonna go get some deals and just enjoy the sunshine today because it's out and I've been waiting for like over a week. So this is pretty amazing. All right, well, much love to you guys, and peace out.